I'm Yamaya Jones, and I own Define Boutique and Beauty Bar. I also own Airbnbs, and I have a business coaching business called Define Weight Coaching. The importance of naming things after Define is helping women define their inner beauty.
I am Queen Miss Ebony J. I am an serial entrepreneur, award-winning entrepreneur, a media mogul. I'm a media personality on 100.3 Cincy's R&B station. And I own two companies, one Ebony J Media, where we actually work with nonprofits and small businesses. And then my other business is the I Am Queen Awards, where we promote, inspire, and celebrate queens all over the Queen City that are making a difference.
My name is Jessica Wright. I'm the owner of Wright Workforce Solutions. I am a full-service HR consulting firm, and so I help businesses that are usually smaller in nature, that can't afford or haven't had the time to get around to hiring someone in HR.
Growing up, life was, a little non-traditional. My family was very non-traditional. Graduated from Hughes Center, from the communication program. So I've always loved media and always been very active. I started off in the church, directing the choir, singing in the choir, and began to get leadership roles in the church. And then that led to me doing more leadership things in the community.
So growing up, my mom worked. My dad was an entrepreneur my whole life. He still is, actually. And I've always worked multiple jobs. And I honestly never seen it in my future to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be a dentist. I actually went to school to be a dental assistant, didn't really like it. It was when I had my son 7 years ago, it was when I knew that just 9 to 5 just wasn't gonna work. And I just kind of stepped out on faith and quit my job and started doing lashes.
I was a teen mom. I gave birth to my daughter when I was 14. And so for me, the experience of being pregnant at such a young age and the way that people treated me, I had the principal of my high school tell me that I would never graduate, my baby would never graduate, and we'd be nothing but a statistic. So for me, I've always been interested in just human culture and how people should interact with each other and how people should be treated.
It's a man-dominated field, so it was really hard breaking in and getting the respect. I really think after being so consistent on NKU's platform and really going and learning my own way, I was implementing whatever I learned in class right there that day on the radio. So people watching it grow, I think that really helped me. But it was always hard, getting in and fitting in with the men, especially because most of the men were hosting events in the clubs. They were hosting the mainstream concerts, so it was hard to break away. But I became known for hosting events and just found that fun, engaging way to just be me and make people feel good.
You could tell that I would not be asked to go to certain job fairs or asked to go meet with certain partners in the beginning. And I just had to start observing. One of the biggest barriers was having to change the way that I dressed, the way that I moved, the way that I communicated, being a small country girl. This is what I wanted to be and this is where I wanted to go. I had to act like it, I had to dress like it, I had to walk like it.
A lot of people get discouraged easy, and when it's slow, you are questioning yourself. Did you do the right thing? What's going on? Is the business failing? You know what I mean? So keeping myself encouraged, staying positive and things like that is how I get through a lot of my obstacles, because I know that these things are temporary.
And think about our numbers. The women, we have a lot of businesses. We're over 51%, but our money is we're still not making over 7 figures. Only 2% of us are making over, 6 figures. That's a problem, clearly, because we don't have the resources. We need the training.
So important, because you don't have readily available access to it. So for example, my Rising Star program, I had to be nominated in order to get access. How incredible would it be if Black women had access to these types of leadership courses, that can't afford it or don't have the connections to get nominated? I just think it's so important.
With the proper training, education, it will get better, you know. But it's really hard being an entrepreneur. And I just think trainings, classes, education, that is really what makes your business, help make your business successful.